the beast, wanna see some more? You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a beast, wanna see some more?
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Ball is teed up, Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Complete, Derrick Henry. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Gets this one to Andrews. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
No, we changed it.
From the 47. Fits it through the middle. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Hey, Alpha, sit on.
1st down from the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Out of the gun, Henry. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
Throwing for Andrews, and it's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers force the turnover on the first series of this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority and the majority have got to do some damage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. And it's third down. Ross out of the pistol. Caught by Freiermuth. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to the bank in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Russ setting to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Steelers first down.
Gotta go, wait up, let's go.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
180.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
180.
Man in motion here.
Shut up.
Second and 10 now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Steelers take over after returning it inside the red zone. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Front left. Right.
On first down, it's Wilson. This one's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. George Pickens the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
180. Cut.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
180. Nice shot.
From the gun, Jackson. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Nice shot.
4th down, it's Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
95, 95. Cut. Good guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Wilson on 1st and 10. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that.
And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Now Boswell on to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Quick, ready?
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Set up.
Flag down, this could be a free opportunity for the offense. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down.
Set up.
Lamar off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you can do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Now the Ravens Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He puts some power on a deep one. Oh no, they get him yet again! Minka Fitzpatrick has got it!
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off, and off we go from Minneapolis. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
They'll go back to Jones on 1st down. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Charvarius Ward.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
They'll motion over Samuel. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. setting up 2nd and 2.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
On 2nd down, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Able to complete it to Ayuk. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down, 49ers. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That is caught, and he's in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And he will dive into the end zone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man is Jennings. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
1st and 10. Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Third down. Purdy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Purdy on target to Ayuk. And the 49ers have a first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
So Kittle comes in motion. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Van Ginkel.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really 2 types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's incomplete.
He is in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Minnesota. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Play action. Here's Purdy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
They'll go with Purdy. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Darnold to throw on 1st. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Niners have got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike. He realized there was probably no opportunity to come away with the interception. Next best thing, get your hand on it, break up the pass, put an end to that play pretty quick.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Purdy. The throw on the run is complete. Purdy to Debo for a Niner 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That is caught. What a throw. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown. 49ers.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Darnold now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So Kittle comes in motion. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
They'll go play action with Purdy. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. Here's a 2nd and 6. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
1st down, San Francisco.
A 1st down throw for Purdy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the 49ers 1st down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll motion over Samuel. They run on the jet sweep. Whoa! And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Purdy works out of the pistol. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
And the tackle is made at about the 6.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner, just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off.
And he'll take it on in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Makes the score Niners 21, Vikings 14.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. It's a pickup of 12. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they could win the game on this possession.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Here's 1st down. To throw again is Darnold. Taking this one downfield for Hawkinson. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. Talk things over before 3rd down. Darnold to throw again. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. He's going to have a Vikings 1st down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Darnold again. We'll get this complete. It's Addison again. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49ers 21-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Darnold to the air once more. He'll get rid of it and complete it. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
It is 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
It's not always how many sacks, Mike, but it's when do you get your sacks. And now after that 3rd down sack, it brings up 4th down. If you're this offense, it's do or die. If you can score, you got a chance to tie it. If not, this one looks all but over.
So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout In the second half, no points allowed, and they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena. Come on, rap.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never